Hey guys, and welcome back. We finally get another decklist video today, and I'm sorry it has taken me quite a bit, but I do playtest all of these decks and really try to make the best version of the deck to my knowledge. Before we get into the video, check this out. I am giving away a starter core set of Gallantmon totally free, so stick around and I will tell you guys towards the end of the video how you can win this Gallantmon core little deck. So now let's jump into it, and with this deck list I am running, of course, the EX2 Digimon. Really great when you attack with the Guilmon, Growlmon, or Gallantmon, you get to draw one card. Pretty self-explanatory. It's good. This deck is slow. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's slow, and it can get shut down really quick, which is very upsetting. A lot of people are waiting for BT9 because you are going to have the X Anybody Gallantmon, which is going to make this deck so much more aggressive and powerful. Moving on to our rookies, I do have two Guilmon from BT2 just to kind of keep the Guilmon theme going. You could run Gammamons here if you want, or you could run any other rookies you want, but I chose to go with Guilmon. While there are 5 or more cards in your opponent's trash, this Digimon gains 1000 DP. Moving on here, we got 4 of the new EX2 Guilmon. This card is really crazy just because it's a searcher card, so it helps the deck be a little quicker. On play, you reveal 4 cards, you get 1 card with Growlmon or Gallantmon, and you get to get 1 Takato. So it's really great. And then his inherit is once per turn. If this Digimon has Growlmon or Gallantmon, you can delete a Digimon with 3000 DP or less. So this deck is very board controlling, which is why I love this deck, and we'll get into it as we go. I am running 4 of the starter deck 1 Agumon. You can replace this with any other, rookie that gives you DP boost. However, Agumon just gives it to you in general. It doesn't say attacking Digimon or attacking your opponent. You just get the 1000, which is very nice, because sometimes you need to swing over Digimons that are 12,000 and up, 13,000 and up, and you're able to do that with this Agumon. So that is why I'm running for the starter deck 1 Agumon. Moving along, probably the second best rookie compared to the EX2 Guilmon is that starter deck 7 Guilmon. During your turn, if your opponent has a level 6 or higher, you can warp into a Gallantmon for a play cost of 4. Now when this card came out, I was like, okay, this is very good. However, when you do that, more than likely your turn's gonna pass. Well, that's where Takato comes in, right? You are able to get Blitz with Takato, and it just makes it nasty. And the inherit is once per turn when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, trigger, draw 1. So that's very good, because all your Gallantmons, when you swing or when you Digivolve, you are able to delete, and then therefore triggering Guilmon's effect into drawing and triggering Digimon and drawing 2 cards per turn. The reason I am not running the promo Guilmon here is because this specific deck list isn't made to kind of rookie rush and kind of go into a Guilmon, go up and swing and draw 2 cards. You can do that, yes, that's fine. However, I want to build up to my Gallantmon as quickly as I can, so therefore I just don't run that promo Guilmon. Moving on into my champions here, I am running 2 Monochromons. I was using 2 hybrids at first, but then as I played, I really didn't have a need to play hybrid. It's good to use if you don't draw a rookie and you have your Tamers out, but Monochromon was a better option for me because I was able to drop Guilmon for 3, and if I'm at 3, go to 3, and then you just Digivolve to a Monochromon for 1. Now you not only have a blocker, but you memory choke, leaving your opponent at 1. So that is why I'm running 2 Monochromon. I would run more, but these other champions here are just too good to not have 4 of. We do have the EX2 Growlmon. When attacking, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 2000 DP or less. If you have a red Tamer, then you can delete 1 with 4000 DP or less. That is crazy. That is a crazy effect. Combine that with having Agumon underneath, your Growlmon's gonna have 6k, so you could swing for a majority of over any champion and then delete another body and delete another body on the board using his effect. And then his inherit is, if this Digimon has Growlmon or Gallantmon, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. So you can see how this is a very controlling board deck, because if you have Growlmon and you have this Guilmon underneath, now you can delete 2 Digimon with 3000 DP or less, and there is a way to increase that, which we will get to in a bit. Moving on, we are running 4 of the starter deck 1 Greymon, just because I am going for an OTK type of deck list here, because it takes so long to get into Gallantmon, and by the time you get to Gallantmon, it's kind of, you know, you can get into it very fast, but then if it gets deleted, then you have to kind of start back from scratch, and I think that's the issue with this deck, and that's what makes it so slow. So I am running 2 of the Greymon that give you security attack +1, so when you do swing, you're able to kind of make up for the time that you spent building up to Gallantmon. Not only that, it's really good because if you don't draw Gallantmons or for whatever reason, you're able to attack with the ultimates, giving security attack +1. And I have attacked a lot of times with this EX2 War Growlmon, because when attacking, you can delete a Digimon with 4000 DP or less. If you have a Tamer, you can delete a Digimon with 6000 DP or less. That is a lot. That is a lot. You could swing over something and you can delete something else for 6k if you do have a Tamer. And then of course you have his inherit, add 1000 to the maximum DP you can choose with DP based deletion effects. So then if your Gallantmon has his War Growlmon, now you can delete Digimon with 4000 DP or less instead of 3 for the Growlmon and the Guilmon. So it's very, very nice. You're able to delete champions just for attacking, potentially. And then moving on to my other ultimate that I'm using, I am using the War Growlmon from the starter deck 7, because he also has one attacking. You can delete one of your Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Combine that with Growlmon and Guilmon, you can potentially delete 3 bodies with 3000 DP or less. But mainly why I use this War Growlmon is for his inherit. When you delete an opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets security attack +1. So now when we get into the megas, you know, they'll be able to activate this, and they have a Greymon with security attack +1. That'll be security attack +2. So you can see how this can be very quick OTK here. So a reason I don't use the Rise Greymon when you Digiburst and you play a Tamer from Digibursting is because I personally do not want to lose my inherits. I don't want to lose security attack +1, and I don't want to lose anything else that I could potentially have under, just because I want to make this match as quick as possible, especially if you're going up against the Reaper. It's just, you just need to get there before they can even play their Reaper. Moving on to the Megas lineup, I am running 3 of the new Gallantmon. This card is amazing. I love this card so much. Your turn, this Digimon gets 2000 DP. So when you attack, you can attack for 14,000 DP. That's insane. You could basically attack over any Mega, including Mastemon. So that's insane. And then also your turn, when you have a Red Tamer in play, add 2000 to the maximum DP you can choose with DP based deletion effects. When attacking, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose total DP adds up to 6000 or less and delete them. So what does that mean? So you can delete as many Digimon as you want as long as their DP add up to a total of 6000 or less. Now, if you have a Red Tamer in play, that jumps up to 8k. So you can see how this card can just absolutely wipe boards. And if you do run a Crimson Blaze, this does add on to it, so you could delete all the Digimon that have 8000 DP or less potentially, or is it 6? Either way, but you add up 2000 to it, and it's crazy. I was running Crimson Blaze, but then I opted not to, just because this Gallantmon kind of has it. And then there's so much control over the board on, you know, being able to delete Digimon, that I kind of, instead of using Crimson Blaze, I went ahead and I put something else in there, which we'll talk about shortly. And then moving on, I am running 2 of the starter deck 7 Gallantmon. Really, really good for OTK still. Security attack +1, and then if you have Greymon, it'd be +2. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less, and then if no Digimon was deleted, then you get 3000 DP, making it 4000 DP. So now if you have this War Growlmon, it increases it by 1000, or if you have this one, then you get another security attack +1. So then potentially you could have security attack +3 in total, checking up to 4 cards in that one swing. And then for my last Mega, I am dropping 1 Megidramon. You could put one of the BT1 Gallantmon here. However, I didn't do that because for that Gallantmon's effect, you need a Red Tamer, first of all, and then you're able to delete something when you Digivolve. But really, the reason I didn't put it is because he's at 11,000 DP, and Megidramon is just going to survive more because he's at 13,000 DP, and he has the same effect, and you don't need a red Tamer. So to me, this is better. He is still treated as a Gallantmon, Chaos Gallantmon in this sense. So when Digivolve and delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 10,000 DP or less, and then if no Digimon was deleted, you both trash 5 cards from your deck. On deletion, you may play one Gallantmon and Takato from your hand. So this is great because if you swing and then something happens and your Digimon dies, now you can play a Takato, which we do run, and now you can play this Gallantmon. So if they have a level 6 already out, now you can just warp into it next turn if they don't get rid of it. So Digimon is actually really nice. And now here, I know you guys seen it already, I am not running Crimson Gallantmon, and that really breaks my heart. But it's just Crimson Gallantmon. Let me tell you guys why I didn't. So first off, if you don't know what Omnimon does, he has Blitz, right? When Digivolve, you have Blitz. Now what makes this card better to me, at least in this format, in this set, is this Omnimon gets to unsuspend itself and then you're able to swing again. So with Crimson, you can't do that. So if I were to Digivolve into Gallantmon and now I swing, check up to 4 cards, right? And now if they're done, they have no more security. All you do is go into Omni and you win. You can't do that with Crimson because he doesn't unsuspend. He just pops something with the highest DP on the field. All Digimon with the highest DP on the field. Crimson Gallantmon is great for late game, and with this deck you want to build up to Gallantmon as quickly as you can and kind of just do OTK. You really can't, how do I say that, you really have no way of trashing anything, and we get that to I think another set or 2 sets later on where we do get cards that are able to trash from your opponent's deck, and then that's when Crimson Gallantmon will be OTK, and then that's when Crimson Gallantmon would be busted. But right now, I just think the Omnimon is so much better. And I do get that he can die from checking security and you hit a fighter mode or something. But the thing is with this one, why this one's better as well, he has protection, unlike Crimson Gallantmon. If I swing into security and I go into a Wyvern's Breath, or I go into a, anything, Gaia Force, anything that deletes me, Crimson Gallantmon has nothing to protect itself from that, as opposed to this Omnimon, which you do all turns. If an opponent's effect would delete this Digimon or return it to its owner's hand or deck, you may prevent it from leaving play by trashing a level 6 Digimon card and this card's Digivolution cards. So that's what that Crimson Gallantmon still needed, minus, not being able to unsuspend. And that's why I went with the 2 Omnimons instead of Crimson Gallantmon. So I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I am just as disappointed, trust me, because Crimson Gallantmon is sexy. Moving on, I am running 2 red memory boosts, and really this is just to kind of help you have enough memory if you want to kind of build up really quick. And of course, it's a good searcher card. Downside is you won't be able to get Omnimon if you do pop it from here. The other downside is if you play Gallantmon, you can't get Omnimon. You can't get Crimson Gallantmon, so that may be a plus if you want to run Crimson Gallantmon instead. So I am running 2 just to help with the memory and kind of help me build up, especially if you have Takato, which we'll get into right here. We'll get into it. And then I am running 1 Delicate Plan. I may change it and run 2. I may drop 1 Rookie or 1 red memory boost and drop another Delicate Plan, just because, like I said, you are able to swing for +2, +3, or if you see tie here, that's another security attack. So this Gallantmon, you get security attack +1, +2 if you have also Digivolution sources, which is why I'm not playing Rise Greymon, because then if you do that, you don't have 4 Digivolution sources, so you will not be able to get the security attack +1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go into this Gallantmon, you swing, you can check all 5 cards in one go. The downside is you swing and now you run into a Gaia Force. Now that Gallantmon is gone, and all that time that you spent on building up that Gallantmon, your sources, all that stuff, it's all gone. And that's what makes this deck bad and not tier 1. This deck is definitely a high tier 2, low tier 1.5 maybe. And that's why, because if you end up attacking with the Mega, you run into security, it just wipes everything and now you gotta start from scratch. So that is why I think I will run 2 Delicate Plans. That is why I love BT1 War Greymon. You swing, you don't check option cards. So it's kind of the same thing for a 1 cost. So I'll definitely bump this up to 2. Moving on to my Tamers, we already talked about it, but I am running 3 ties just to get that extra security attack +1, and he's a memory cell Tamer. Not only that, you get that aggression there. So I wanted more aggression for this OTK style, right? So even if you go into this Gallantmon here, you wipe board, especially if they have a blocker, you attack. You can delete up to 6,000, 8,000 DP. You delete your blocker, you delete the opponent's blocker, and now you get that security attack +1. Your attack still goes through. Your attack still goes through, so you get security attack +1, +2, +3. So you're checking 4 cards in that one swing. Same thing with Digimon, you could just pop something and then you'll swing for security attack +2, +3, plus, you know, whatever. So really great. I am running 3 ties. 2, I didn't see him enough. 3, I see him just right. And last but not least, I am running 4 Takatos. You need 4. You cannot go without 4. Takato is great. Both of his effects are nasty. Your turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this Tamer to gain 1 memory. And this is the best one. When one of your Digimon would digivolve into a Digimon with Gallantmon or Growlmon in its name, that Digimon gains Blitz. Now, keep in mind, when you gain Blitz, this effect does work that says your turn, because Blitz is still considered to be your turn since you're resolving all your effects. So keep that in mind, and that is why it works. What's really great too, let's say you set off with tie at 3, right? So you're at 3 memory. So now you digivolve for 4, puts your opponent at 1, and now you pop something when you attack because you have Blitz with Takato. And since you're attacking, you delete something with 6,000 DP or less, or whatever it is. But anyway, you delete a Digimon. Then what you can do is you can suspend a Takato, or as many as you have. But even if you just have 1, now it's going to put you back at 0. And now since you're back at 0, now you can go into Blitz Omni. You unsuspend and you swing again, potentially having you win game if you did knock out majority of the stack. Or if you didn't, worst case scenario, you knock everything out, and now next turn they have to do something, and they can't just get rid of Omnimon, because if they play a Gaia Force or whatever it is, they can't get rid of it because of his effect, and that's what makes Omnimon just busted. And there you go, guys. This is my whole deck list. There you go. All right, guys, so let's get into how you can win this Gallantmon core set for free. All you gotta do is make sure you're subscribed, you like this video, and you tell me how you feel about Gallantmon on this set and moving forward into BT9. The winner will be announced July 11th, 12 PM CST. Keep in mind that YouTube is not sponsoring any of this, and I am giving this to you guys as a thank you for supporting my channel and just spending time just watching these videos. And thank you so much, and I will see you guys on the next video.